screen. Okay. Oops. Showing on video. Good. And back. And let's see. There we go. Get the share link. Here it is. Push. Start. Good. Good. Live. DLive is ready. Start. All right. That's it. Open topic. Come on in. Talk about anything you want. Talk about Dave, who Independent Outsider did an interview with. I don't want to pronounce the name wrong. Goodness gracious, you guys remember his full name? It's like, it starts with an A. It was on at 4:30 p.m. today in the afternoon. It's with, come on. That's what I get when I can't remember stuff. I'm thirsty. I need water. With Johnny Axum. Yeah, ask him. So I messed it up. Even when I did look at the name. Thanks, Snork. It was good. I've got thoughts on him, and I don't know. But we could talk about Johnny. And Dave, he did talk about how he says we should do away with the executive orders, but then I kind of talked to him about executive orders, checks and balances, and all that stuff. So that'd be good conversation to talk about too, if we want to talk about the political processes and stuff like that. I guess it's a slow night. It's Thursday. Well, it's Friday technically for me. Hey Stevie, how's it going? There's so many hey Duplicate, there's so many Superman shows. I don't know, Krypton prequel to all this stuff. So it's basically before. Does it happen in Krypton? Is that what it is? It's basically about Superman's father, mother, stuff like that. I don't know. We'll see. What else? Oh, my kid has foot and mouth. So my wife's taking him to Omaha and my daughter, so they'll spend time at their parents and grandparents. Yeah, with their grandparents in Omaha. While my wife drives 3 hours to work and 3 hours back, and then stays there for the weekend. And I've still got at least a week more here. My back is killing me. And then could start moving. Don't know quite yet. I've also, I might be here for another month, which is gonna kill me. Not for packing and stuff like that, moving. Most of that will probably be done. It's just work stuff and helping out, get someone into the house, painting and all this stuff. I'll probably spend a week with my paid time off that I have left to go over to Nebraska to just move all the stuff into probably the garage, probably to the basement. 3 out of the 5 samples that we sent for asbestos testing for floors tested positive for asbestos, so we got to worry about that. Repaint, there's probably some lead up there. The electrical wiring needs to be redone. My wife doesn't like, and my father-in-law doesn't like the idea of me messing with the electrical system, the wiring. But dude, it's easy. I was in the military working with electronics, radar, satellites. I worked with some of the guys who worked with the electrical wiring stuff. Easy peasy. You just got to know how to follow directions in safety first. I mean, there's a little bit more to it, but yeah, it's something that's doable, hands-on. What I'm hoping to do is I'll be filming a lot of, do-it-yourself stuff. So basically, I'm going to be studying, of course, and I'm going to be taking precautions, hopefully having someone else there with me while I'm filming myself, replacing stuff, and fixing up stuff. So that'll be kind of a thing that I'll be doing. Since I'm going to be doing that anyway, might as well make some videos out of it. I should be doing some of this with the software and some computer stuff anyway, but that's kind of, I need to get, like I say to many, get your own house in order first. So I got to get my own house in order first before I can help anybody else, anything like that. So, and which sucks because I really want to get moving on stuff, but I have to move first before I get moving on stuff. Sounds silly that way. Hey, Tay, how's it going? I heard you were trying to get another politician on for an interview. I think for James or Dave. That'd be kind of cool. Nice to see you back, Taylor. How much longer can I go? I've got some dry mouth. I've been kind of sick lately too, so that's another thing. I was kind of sick this morning, but now it's better. Oh, here we go. Stork. Hey, how's it going, Snork? Muted.
Hello.
Hey. I think Snork went to the movies. You could see that there's a big old like soda cup in the back there.
Actually, that is not.
Oh, it's not.
We have a Kmart in town.
Oh, okay.
Kmart is closing down throughout the country.
What?
Kmart, the store. Yes, they're closing.
You mean they're out?
No, they're out. Not done yet. But every time a store closes, it's like all the stuff comes here. We're kind of in a store desert, so we have one of the best performing Kmarts.
Okay.
So we're like, I can just tell every time a store closes somewhere, we get a whole bunch of new stuff in, and I got like 6 of these. I thought they were perfect buckets for lettuce.
What do you do with lettuce? I mean, with the buckets for the lettuce?
Grow lettuce.
Oh, grow lettuce. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, well, what do you do with the lettuce? That makes sense.
Yeah.
How long does it take for full head of lettuce to grow for you to eat?
36 days.
36. That's kind of a long time.
No, not really. I mean, you plant one, and if it takes me 4 days to eat a head of lettuce, 4 days later I plant another head. 4 days later I plant another head, and I've got a steady supply of them coming in.
Yeah, that's good.
So I make my own water in the house, and pretty soon I'll be making my own lettuce.
Yeah. How much sunlight does it need for the
I don't
lettuce?
know.
You don't use sunlight?
I don't use sunlight.
It's all the
I'm underground.
Yeah. So someone else watched some of their videos. They grow microgreens. Do you grow any of those?
I will be starting. I've got some basil here.
Basil. Basil.
Basil.
Basil.
Getting ready to do that. That'll be the first time I've done that one.
Okay.
But one of my best crops doesn't use any light at all. It's mung bean sprouts.
Oh yeah, I love the mung bean sprouts. And
I get kind of grossed out by buying them.
Yeah.
I like fresh ones.
Yeah. Besides mung bean sprouts, there's also the ones that they're like really small, crinkly. They're really crunchy. I don't know what type of bean sprouts they are exactly. I forget. They're really good too. And it's the same process as growing mung beans. Is you just put them in coolish water, no sunlight, 2 to 3 times change the water out. Once the the leaves, not the leaves, but the shell covering starts coming off, you can like rinse it so they kind of float out, and then you stick it back in. And was it like 5-6 days they're ready to harvest, put in the fridge?
4 days.
4 days.
And I forgot the name of the other bean I had. I used to go to this place called Duck Soup, and they had all of the beans there. And
Hey, a minute.
I did get another type other than mung bean, and a lot of people do broccoli.
I never tried.
It's called Duck Soup.
It went out of business.
That's funny.
It was a co-op of health foods, and they had wonderful prices on just the raw mung beans. And I would go in there and get a pound of them for, I don't know, maybe $1. And a pound is a lot of mung beans.
Yes, that is.
I just use a couple of teaspoons at a time. And I plant one tray that's about 9 inches in diameter. 3 days later, I plant another tray. And I used to make a lot of stir fries for the kids. And so I just had this constant crop of them. And a little can of mung beans here is almost $2. It's one of the more expensive foods because we don't grow them here.
Are you kidding me?
So this is the bean sprouts I'm talking about. I usually put them in salads and sandwiches. Do you know what these are called? These specific type of bean sprouts.
I've only heard them called bean sprouts.
No,
Yeah.
they were red, right? I saw some red seeds in there.
Yeah, like the shell covering when they come off.
Adzuki beans.
Zuki beans?
Adzuki beans.
Adzuki? Okay.
Sorry if I don't have the complete correct pronunciation. It might be AZ, not ADZ.
Okay, but they're good. They're nice and crunchy.
Yes, I started growing them right before Duck Soup went out of business.
And what's good is they're so healthy. You don't realize it, but they're really, really healthy. They got some good proteins in them too, for green stuff.
And you don't need any light.
Yep, and you don't need any light. You just need water. You just gotta make sure the water is good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I used to do like this 12-layer salad. There's like a big glass bowl, and I'd have layers all there, and the beans would be, I think, the second one from the top. But you could just see them all. I love it. I love having those type of salads like in the summer. I make a meal out of them.
Yeah.
And when I go to like music festivals, I go daily to go get my vegetables, and then I get a big tub and I mix all my vegetables and salad and everything together, and that's all I eat during the day. Keeps my energy.
That's the right bean or not?
Huh?
I put a link in the Zoom chat just to see if that's the right bean.
No, that doesn't seem to look like the right bean. No, it's a different one. I think they're just called green bean sprouts. I have to look. But I mean, there's just so many beans you can make bean sprouts out of. It's so
Zox says Godzuki beans make you poop like a dinosaur. How do you know how a dinosaur poops?
Bean sprouts. I'm trying to find bean sprouts that. But anyways, each bean type of bean, when you grow bean sprouts, they have a unique flavor, a texture, in it, like juiciness. They're juicy, which I like. They're crunchy and juicy. They're not. When you get them at the store, well, yeah. For one, I don't trust them, but they're usually kind of starting to be soggy, less crunchy. Like the mung beans start being like palish, yellowish. You know, when you grow them yourself, oh man, they're so crisp.
My daughter got some some little thing, container of herbs, you know, and she was going through it, and there were like two like larvae about that long in there, just squirming around. Oh my dear God, that just we didn't need any of it.
Oh, that's good protein. What are you doing? Or you could save them, put them in a container, and you can use them. Put them in the fridge, and you can use them for bait to go fishing with. So I'm fine when I see larvae. I'm like, all right, I got bait for fishing.
I could do that, but just to think about using any of those leaves kind of made me want to puke. So we just went ahead and threw them.
So this site, Juicing for Health, although I don't really juice anymore, shows just kind of all the benefits.
I gotta get back to doing that.
Highly nutritious, contains 20 times more nutrients than full-grown plant, high fiber content, which people usually neglect, high fatty acids for heart health, high antioxidants, and improves brain and delays onset of Alzheimer's. I mean, it's just so much good stuff. And really, I don't really think about the health benefits. Really, I think about just the taste, you know? And the taste is so good. And I typically don't like greens. Really, for vegetarian, I hate greens. but bean sprouts, hell, I'll eat them. Microgreens, they're good. I'll eat them. So, and they're so easy to grow.
You hate all type of greens or just some?
Just most. Like broccoli I like kale I don't.
Oh god,
I'm one
I
of the
love
few
kale.
that don't like kale, just the flavor itself. Brussels sprouts, no, I don't really like.
I've had too many that had bugs in them, and it's
like fiddleheads. I love fiddleheads, even though it takes a while to prepare them, right? Because you don't want to get sick out of eating fiddleheads. They have that nutty flavor. I'm trying to think of other greens out there. Like I like cucumbers. I don't know if people consider them green. I love lettuce. Maybe not so much cabbage. I mean, there are just certain greens I don't like, certain that I do. What else? Can anyone think of green things?
I love all the kales, the mustard greens, the
collard greens. I don't like collard. I mean, I think if done right, like because it's got that bitter taste, which I don't like, but you can tone that down with a little bit of salt. You can tone that down with a little bit like nuts. And you can tone it down with just certain sauces, you know, just kind of get that bitterness down. You know, the good thing to fight bitterness is just really hard to counterbalance. And it's, I think when, especially with my wife, she loves the bitter taste. So she won't have that counterbalance when she's cooking. Not like how I would kind of counterbalance the flavor.
That's where I put like butter, salt, pepper, bacon, and like vinegar in it. And
vinegar helps with the bitter taste.
It helps quite a bit.
I was just thinking of making some coleslaw.
Ooh, yummy. I'm gonna be making some soon.
Here's what I have. You keep adding the trays on top of each other. You can sterilize the trays with bleach, so you don't have the issues at the store-bought that occasionally they have the recalls for bacteria.
Yeah.
So, and then I of course I put clean water on them. So
this one person, I'll try to find his channel.
I don't like the jars because I don't like to see them sitting in the water.
Okay. I'm trying to find.
Someone said that any day a bird doesn't poop on you is a good day. And I said, and squirrels, because there was a time I was running to go catch a bus because I had a job interview.
Yep.
And I was dressed perfect. My hair was perfect. My makeup was perfect. And then I hear this noise above me, and I look up, and it's a squirrel on one of them power lines. And it dumped a load of piss on me in my hair and my face. I was so fucking pissed. I mean, wait, boof, you know. I had to go back to the apartment, call up and explain a squirrel peed on me, and I would be late for the interview. It was horrible. And some of it got in my mouth, you know. It was like, oh God.
I've got lucky. I've never gotten pooped on by an animal, be it bird or anything, except for baby humans.
Really?
Well, did a human baby poop on me? No, they didn't poop on me. Yeah, I've never gotten pooped on yet. I'm kind of proud of that achievement.
Yeah, I would be too, because I have been several times.
Yeah, there's a lot of places in Chicago where you have to go underneath underpasses and walk under them, and you just see the sidewalk caked. So I just kind of try to wait till nobody's underneath the overpass. Clap my hands up 3 times. All the pigeons let go, and then you're okay for 30 seconds.
All right, badger report. That's right. I had to remember it.
My first time getting pooped on was when I was 6 years old, and my parents decided to take me to the Woodland Park Zoo, and I had my brand new patent leather shoes to go and have this special day, and a penguin shot poop out its ass, and it just covered my feet and part of my socks. That was my first time, and it was just so horrifying.
All right, we're gonna go away from poop real quick to microgreens again.
What makes you?
So I found this guy, Badger Report. He talks about some targeted individual stuff. But yeah, he does some eat microgreens. And what he does is he takes plastic bottles, like the 2-liter ones, and just kind of cuts them through and puts them upside down so there's just, you know, when you water it, it can go through the soil, but he plants the microgreens in the soil, has a source of light that does kind of help them grow a little bit. You don't need too much. He grows them inside, and he grows a lot. That's a lot right there. So I think that's pretty cool. So once I'm done moving, I'm going to grow so much stuff that they're going to have to come in and invade my house and say, you can't grow this stuff in here. Which is silly. Dude, we're in farm country. Why can't I grow stuff?
It's fun growing stuff outside too. When I did the outside hydroponics, I just had neighbors just coming from all over.
Yeah.
First of all, they couldn't believe that I wasn't growing pot.
I don't know. You know, I've smoked pot before. It always gave me headaches. You know, the creativity flows. It's crazy, but you know, I prefer being like concentrated, right? You know, not letting all that stuff. But I love the taste of food. I love food. I'd rather grow something to eat than to smoke. I'm just that type of person. I mean,
it really helps. I mean, out there, the cost of food was high.
Yeah.
It helped a lot. And I just thought there's nothing better than the quality of picking it 3 seconds before you cook.
Yeah. If people have never eaten like garden-grown tomatoes, garden-grown strawberries.
Sad. I feel sad for people that have never.
I know. Oh my goodness.
To me, the biggest difference is peas.
Oh, snap peas?
No, just regular peas.
Just regular peas?
completely fresh peas, 5 minutes old on a salad. You can't get a pea like that in the store.
Yeah.
It doesn't store long enough for you to keep it. Gets bad, icky. But the fresh peas are great right off the vine.
Yeah. Snap peas? Oh man, I never thought I'd like snap peas because it's like peas. Ew. Man, you take one bite of it, it's crunchy, it's juicy, it's oh man. I'm getting hungry.
I like to take them and kind of like, what do I do with them?
All right, yeah, I will say that to duplicate. When I did smoke pot, man, eating food though does taste good because you're always hungry. I'll show you. I think it's on my Facebook, so I'll check it out. But basically, this farm in Massachusetts, kind of in the middle of Massachusetts, that we usually go, and we had like a CSA share. But we could go there to pick like peas, green beans, and even strawberries. But they have so many different varieties of strawberries. And I used to have this little list of I taste each one of them and see how they tasted. And they all taste slightly different. Some taste more sour, some taste more sweet, some are like juicier, if that can be a thing. So I'll find it. I think it's on an old Facebook post. Sorry.
I have 210 spots open for plants. I need a plant tomorrow.
210 spots?
So places in the little places to start growing them.
You need to show us pictures, Snork.
Yeah.
I mean, you can crop out stuff you don't want to show us, but you just gotta show us some pictures.
And how do you determine 210 compared to like 175?
3 times 70. Each one of them has 70 spots. So little holes.
All right, I found it. I hope I can find it.
But I've grown peas. I don't want the peas bad. These are going to be started inside, and then in 6 weeks they're going outside. I've got this place that used to be a flagpole, and then it was a flower garden. I'm going to make a cone out there about 4 feet tall, and just put a whole bunch of little rings of pea plants around it, and then put a little robot in the middle that'll come up and water it all day long.
Oh, cool. My lemon trees are about that tall now.
That's doing pretty good. Sometimes they can take 15 years to get going, but then once they do, they'll be going. Some of them will be blooming in 2 years. There's no way to tell.
Yeah.
Just grow a whole bunch of them and take the ones that bloom first and enjoy the other ones.
Basically, I'm just doing these ones for just like fun, just to see how
it's a fun thing to do.
Yeah, and then they smell like lemons when they get bigger. And so my room will smell like citrusy.
Oh, all right. So I found my YouTube page. So I'll show you. Be warned, you might be hungry for strawberries after I show you these pictures. So this is a Chandler type of strawberry. And here I put kind of what they taste like. So aside from Sweet Charlie's, these are my favorite, really unique sweet taste. Had to buy a pre-packed batch since there weren't any for picking. We'd have to go a week or two earlier to pick these, so you'd have to typically pick them beginning in June, at least in 2013. This is just full of strawberries.
That would make a nice picture for a kitchen.
Yeah, so this is my wife picking them. This is all the different rows. This is an AC Valley. These tasted a bit weird to me. Not sure how to describe it. It was okay, but we didn't pick any of these. Arrows. These had a bit of an odd flavor. They were pretty good. We picked a few of those. Camarosas. I said these were okay. They actually tasted a bit melon-like. So if you like melon tasting strawberry, you might like Camarosas. My wife hates melons, so she didn't want any of these. Cavendishes. These were good. They're somewhat sweet and a little juicy, but they're good. Donna's, they're also a little bit odd, but pretty good. I think they might have been a little bit tart. Eros.
Pies.
Yeah, Eros. Again, an odd flavor, but they're also good. We didn't really pick any of those.
That's an odd shape.
Yeah. Hanoi. I don't know if that's how you spell it. They're weird, but again, maybe it was because of their name. Jewels. They're actually spelled jewel with an E. They just didn't spell it all the way in the cardboard. These were slightly sour. Definitely something if you like a little bit of sourness to your strawberries. Leah Moore's. I thought they were okay, but they looked the prettiest. Wasabi? I think that's how you say it. I was hoping that they tasted like wasabi, but that wasn't the case. They're really watery, but not in a juicy way. They're just okay. I think the wateriness watered down the taste. These are ovations. These are very tart. I never thought strawberries could be tart, but these were really tart. I wasn't sure if I liked it because they're so tart. Record. For the record, these records are good. They also got big. I think they were like on the good side of strawberries to pick and eat. Sparkles. I couldn't make up my mind about these. They weren't great, but they weren't good either. It's just weird how many different varieties of strawberries there are, which I never knew, and how different they tasted. Sweet Charlies are one of my favorite strawberries to eat. They're pretty small. They're aside from Chandler's, they're one of my favorite. If you've ever tasted the best, sweetest strawberry that you could think of, that's what a Sweet Charlie tastes like. Wendy's, these are good. I think they're like my third favorite. Not better than Chandler's or the Sweet Charlies. It definitely came close. Winona's, they're okay to kind of good. What I love about going strawberry picking is you can go and just take a little, eat a little bit of each from every variety, especially where we were at Red Fire Farm, and you can just know which ones that you like, and you can just pick up a batch or just they have them pre-picked for you too if you wanted to. These Galettas are the most sour tasting grapes you can ever taste.
Do you see Dave's?
Yeah, Dave did. Dogs. That was it. But yeah, those strawberries are good. I'm telling you. You got to take pictures, make a list, because when you go back, you're like, I can't remember what I liked. But Sweet Charlies, yeah. Records and what was that last one that I liked? The Wendy's. They were very good. So, but the store-bought ones, they're all one variety.
No, I don't. Okay, I just got this from the bathroom. I almost forgot about it.
Okay, Mom.
Okay, that's fine. Thanks.
It's like you're doing something wrong. You're like, oh no.
I'm trying not to make noise.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm trying to not to make noise here, and I'm sitting here whispering, thinking, and then I thought, okay, that's still making noise.
Yeah.
I should have just muted.
Let's see. Pick your own. Snark, why don't you just?
I didn't want to interrupt you while you're talking.
Oh no, but I mean, post in the live chat. How can you always just post it? Yeah.
Mommy, now I do want some strawberries.
Yeah, I got some.
There are pick your own farms near where you're going. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot. I just have to find them.
Our
Yeah.
farmers markets are just starting to come out with, early spring crop stuff.
What I liked is there was there's a dog park kind of in Seattle that I used to go to a lot. I forgot which park. And this was when I used to live in Seattle up near Greenwood.
Which Green Lake or Greenwood?
It's close to Green Lake, but it was more in the no, it was in Greenwood. It was close to Green Lake, but not on Green Lake.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the neighborhood. There's a dog park where you could take your dog swimming. Magnuson Park.
Oh yes, they still have that.
Yeah. So if you go to Magnuson Park, I would kind of always park somewhere on Sandpoint Way. And I think it's somewhere around here. I would always see like a truck from like middle of Washington, like a farm truck packed full of fruit and veggies. They're like really good. And I would just buy so much, like $20 worth of stuff, and there's just so much fruit. And man, it was so good. I miss that truck because it's just a farmer. I'm not sure, he just sells it on the side of the roads, and you just pay cash.
Nice.
They don't have to deal with selling to the market and all this other stuff, getting some of the money taken away. I don't know. I always thought it was great.
Did you ever know where Stanwood is?
Mm-mm.
It's like north of Everett, up a little way. They have a lot of people congregate, like Mexicans and stuff like that, just because that's a safe haven kind of place for them to do that.
Mm-hmm.
For that, because anywhere else you got to have a license now to.
Yeah, so
stupid, But yeah, I go there, especially like when they get their corn crops. Mm-hmm. I know that's bad, but God, it's so sweet.
I think the favorite over there were the plums, and the pluots that they grew. Oh man, much better than this. And they pick them where they just grow. They pick them when they're ripe is the thing. It's like when you get them in the groceries, they pick them early and then they ripen after they're picked. But man, when they ripen just on the vines or the trees, wherever, and you just buy them a few days before. You just buy them right after they're picked. I am so hungry right now. When do we always talk about food?
It's like, this time. Always this time. Yeah, it's like the difference between our store-bought bananas and going over to Hawaii and having a 2-day pickled, ripened, already ripened banana. Damn, I don't know if you've ever been to Hawaii and had a banana there. Oh my God, it's so good.
The pineapples there are good. The coconuts right off the trees when they're falling. I miss Hawaii.
I miss Hawaii so bad.
Shoot. I already showed you my Hawaii pictures. Oh, go ahead, Snort.
I only worked there for a week and I didn't want to leave.
Yeah. I love Hawaii.
I've been there like 7 times before I actually lived there for 2 years.
Oh, I couldn't imagine living there. I'd be in heaven.
And then when I got time to get on the airplane, I was bawling like a baby, and I actually cried so hard I had to go run to the bathroom and throw up. I was mourning. I mourned for months.
Yeah. I could just snorkel all day. And then if I wasn't snorkeling, I'd probably go fishing. And after I'm done fishing, I'd go swimming.
That's what I did.
Yeah. Tide pulling and I just love the water. I love the sea. I love the beaches. I love the streams, the rivers, the trees. The one thing I probably wouldn't like that, just so much insects and spiders. But even then, I'm still like, wow, look at the size of that spider.
They were tolerable, though.
Yeah.
Actually, I never saw an insect while I was there.
Oh, really?
Oh, you're lucky.
Yeah.
I had no mosquitoes, nothing.
Oh, no, they don't have mosquitoes. Because there's no standing water like lakes. And what I loved is being able to wear my bikini underneath whatever. And I didn't care what I was doing. If I saw that ocean and I wanted to, I just go and grab my towel and go swimming, come back out, dry up, get back dressed, and go do it.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and see if I could find some pictures. Not from Hawaii, because I showed that before. But I also liked Costa Rica. Wasn't that bad either. I went to Costa Rica. I forgot when I went. I think that was our honeymoon. But Costa Rica was very nice too.
I hope your wife's not listening. I think that was her honeymoon.
My memory, I don't really celebrate holidays. I don't really celebrate birthdays. Every day I just so I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't focus on the holidays. I just focus on destinations and things that happen. And also 2009 Mexico was also nice. I remember scuba diving as well. Let's see if I can.
I've always wanted to go to Costa Rica. That's one of my bucket list type things.
Oh man,
it's safe to go there still, right?
Yeah. I mean, people still go there. Tourist traps aren't ever going to really get too bad, because there's just a lot of that's where they get the most money. They're going to have the most security there. I mean, in Mexico, when we went, I would see trucks of military, the trucks with they can flatbeds where you could fit up to probably 8 to 12 soldiers or something. They have assault rifles, and they're just patrolling the roads. They don't really affect tourists, but you just kind of have a weary eyes, huh? But yeah, when we usually go, we usually take public transportation, unless if we're staying there for a long time, we'll take public transportation. But if we're only there for a couple days, then we'll either rent a car or just take our taxis, because we just don't want to spend all that time waiting. At least that's for me. I feel like we only go at least once a year with kids. We don't go anymore at all. But if we're going to go to a place, I want to spend as much time doing the things I want to do than waiting for a bus and then getting on a bus, walking a long ways. And by that time you get to destination, you're tired. I just want to go see the things I want to do, then get tired, then go rest.
You see, the next time I go to Hawaii, I wanted to take the bus. It's my fourth day there, or third day there, I figured out how to take the bus to get around.
Okay.
And it was just so convenient in town to take the bus.
Yeah.
They have buses? I don't remember buses.
Well, I'm sure in Honolulu and stuff.
Yeah, Honolulu.
Yeah, we were mostly on the Big Island, on the Hilo side. I don't think that's a good spot to take buses.
I'm gonna be going to Kona. I want to stay on the plantation and help work there on the coffee plantation, and you get to stay in a hut, and it has a way to cook your food and just your basics, and you get to stay there, room, board, and some spending money.
I want to be a speaker at there's a conference out there for sustainability in Honolulu, and I want to be a speaker at it next time. And really, if I can make it out there, I want to ride the submarine.
Oh, that was fun. Got to go around that sunken ship. I forget what the name was. That the there was like a sunken ship down there.
They let you get that close to the Arizona?
Yeah, you get to go right by it, and you get to see the fish going in and out of the decayed stuff, bars, and whatever you call it.
Well, last time I was there for work, so I really didn't get to do a lot, but I did get to do some fun things.
My heart felt so somber as we were going by that, but when we took the ship over to the memorial, God, when I got in there and I looked at it, you could just walk in there and you could just feel the pain and the ache, and I actually fell apart crying. It was so, and I thanked them all. I mean, if there was a way I could have hugged them all. I mean, that's the type of feeling. There were men in there crying, and it was just like it's like you walked into a vortex of something.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to show, this is old pictures from 2009 in Mexico. And we're snorkeling, or not snorkeling, we're scuba diving. This is where my wife, this is her second dive out there. She got certified in Mexico. This is us getting our stuff ready. That guy right there, that's closest, he's just a stranger, but he had an underwater camera where he actually filmed us underwater with the underwater camera, and he was able to give it to us. I had a underwater camera too, but it's mostly for pictures, and plus, so that right there is a nurse shark. Right now I've got like cameras where I can use underwater, and that's me. I used to use that photo a lot of just being underwater. It's pretty fun. Scuba diving. Hawaii would be a perfect place to go scuba diving if you're not worried about sharks and whatnot. And I'm gonna try to find the video where you see a big moray eel just coming right at me. And I was just kind of a little bit worried because if they bite you.
Now that I would be worried about a bit.
Yeah. Let me see. Attachments. Oh, shoot.
I've been to Brazil.
How did you like that? I've never been there.
I didn't want to leave that either. I mean, well, I was helping on restoring a orphanage. I was down there with a huge group.
Yeah.
And we were told to pretty much keep our distance from the kids. But telling that to a person that has a strong maternal instinct was kind of pointless. And then when it came time to leave, I didn't want to leave those kids. It was like, I had one painting with me. She was in there looking, and I gave her a brush, and she had a big smile, and then we painted together, and she was sitting on my lap. And then I felt bad. I said to my to one of the crew there, I go, "Is this considered child labor?" It's like painting her own home when we were supposed to be doing that, and but she had fun.
Yeah. It's hard to...
Zox, no, bad,
Sucks.
bad Zox.
Let's see. I can't seem to find it.
What is that sound?
Oh, maybe it's me. Maybe
You don't know what it sounds like? It sounds like underwater.
Yeah, it sounds like bubbling.
You were talking about doing the underwater, and I thought that was it.
Was that me?
Yep, that sounded cool. It sounded like deep sea diving to me.
It's my air cleaner.
Huh.
It's that time of year where I'm running the air cleaner.
Boy, talk about...
Usually I don't have it in this room. I can remove it.
No, it's fine.
No, it's calming.
I've really got it on high to blow out a lot of air.
I like that kind of white noise.
You know, maybe that's why I've been so sleepy all day.
You could.
Do you guys ever watch those videos of just ocean beach sounds?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that.
I plugged my iPhone in with my HDMI cord, and then it's like I just watch those scenes, zone out, turn my lights on, my mood lights.
All right, so Costa Rica, there's a lot of pictures. I don't know how much I should show. I don't know if I should just show one at a time or what. Let's see. Just more of the interesting ones. I mean, so me and my wife stayed on the Pacific side of Costa Rica, and this was the beach. We had this whole beach just like this on this side and all the way to the other side. It was just awesome. We were pretty much like the only ones there.
Oh, wow.
Why
is she wearing clothes then? I would have been, woohoo.
Yeah. I mean, there's some people there. It just wasn't like packed. And then we went to, of course, the forest. Took a lot of pictures. We had guides. There's just one of the monkeys up there.
Oh, nice.
Big lizards.
Oh my God, I love that.
I didn't have a good camera back then, but it was still something. Those are wasps with their honeycombs. Some type of, is it parakeet? Parrot?
That's yeah, I used to raise those. Come on. Shoot.
A
lovebird.
Some hard to spot out lizard there, or lizards. There's so many lizards. I guess there are a lot of insects out there to eat. Another frog that was in like one of the public bathrooms. A lot of spiders. If you don't like spiders, you might want to stay out of the jungle. Beetles. This was a crab. They have crabs up on the leaves. I'm like, what the hell? How do crabs get up on leaves? They're pretty small though. You'd see them in the ground, holes all over. They're like land crabs. I'm not sure if they even go to the water. A couple of sloths. Another wasp. Trying to get closer to the sloths pictures. We were able to use the guides, whatchamacallit, the telescope. So I would put the camera at one end of the telescope and try to take kind of like telephoto pictures. You can see these are banana trees, bananas. I can't see.
Conures. That's what they're called. Conures.
Okay.
Just birds.
I don't even know what I'm taking a picture of here. Can you see it? Maybe it's an insect. I can't tell. But this is a cricket.
Oh, hello.
Locust.
Got its eyes on you.
These are some of those the fly eating plants, the ones that have that nectar, and that attracts the flies, and the flies get trapped.
I don't recognize that one though.
This one?
Yeah, I don't recognize it.
Yeah, I don't know either. Bird, you can see there. Just trying to take it as close as I can, but then it gets blurrier. One thing with digital cameras I like is to take so many pictures, hope you get a good shot. Another, I think there's like a, I don't know why I took a picture of that. There's a bat.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's a small bat. I don't know. Bats are cute to me. They don't.
I think they are too.
More three-toed sloths up there in the trees. The trees are funky. There's so many vines and stuff like that. And here is one of those branch insects that looks like a branch. You see the
I didn't
legs.
even know it until you said that.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Isn't that crazy how much they look like a piece of branch? You can see here, this is the body. These are the legs. And more of a close-up.
That is the best safety feature.
Yeah, and here, there's the guide holding it. And here's the guide. It's pretty cool. Hanging on a vine. So a lot of the crabs that we saw with bright orange and red legs. Some of these are blurry. Toad.
Isn't that a poison arrow frog?
They might be. I can't. I think it's from the nose. You can kind of tell that's how they call it the arrow.
Adorable is that?
Yeah, they're pretty cool. There's just so many animals out there.
Oh, hi, baby. Oh my God. I would be in heaven just living in that nature like that.
Yeah, butterflies, more lizards. Another cricket.
You know, they build cities and everything in the name of progress, but to me, it's not progress.
Yeah, howler monkeys. You'd hear them more than you'd see them. They would shake the trees though, and try to steal your stuff. So you have to be careful. Let's see, and big bamboo. I would love to have just a backyard of bamboo. And
be careful, because we just got out the rest of ours. It takes over.
Yeah, so these raccoons are always trying to steal stuff. So they're just going through people's stuff. This is one that was going through our stuff.
Did that person know it was there?
Yeah, we knew. I mean, we didn't really want to chase them away or anything.
Aw. Look at that look.
Yeah, I always thought this was kind of a cool picture I wanted to use in the future, but I just totally forgot. It's basically a tree shadow on the sandy beach. I just thought it was kind of a cool.
I like that.
Cool look.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
What did the water feel like there?
Water's warm. It's like you're basically in a sauna.
Did it leave your skin feeling softer, or because some oceans leave your skin feeling kind of like dry and hard?
It just felt salty. And just more pictures. I'll try to just find stuff that's interesting.
Get out of Washington State and go. I gotta get out of. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah. So this is how humid it is. I sweat a lot, and you just see the sweat just pouring out of me.
Look at that baby face.
Haha. But I mean, your pores are it's just so humid. You're just sweating almost all the time. That might be the only bad part about living there. And then, of course, more. This is a weird looking bug. I don't know what it is. Some type of fly. This is a weird looking plant. I have no idea what that plant is. Another big spider. This was some person's a place where we were staying. This is like we would make a big drive, and this is while we're in a car, and just endless beaches and these little like wet areas and trees between the beaches. And I would just, I mean, this is how, I mean, just beaches, just miles of it. I just love that. It's just, they're so blue. Yeah, so that was Costa Rica. We drove from the Pacific coast through the mountains and to the Atlantic side. And this was the Atlantic side of the beach with just endless amounts of beaches.
Docs. Everybody thinks it's so great. The first thing they ever think of is Washington. It's like you get legal weed, right? And it's like I can get legal weed wherever I want. I don't listen to rules or laws anyway. And it's not enough to trade off living in a nice warmer climate with blue water instead of green gray.
This is the U.S. Virgin Islands. That's a picture of the coast. It's just very blue and palm tree-ish. To show you how blue the water was and clear. And there you go. Man, the Caribbean is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then another picture here, just kind of show you that aqua colorish. Man, I'm getting nostalgia. Let's see.
Yeah, people don't understand how bad our waters are. We can't even really go swimming in our oceans. It is so filthy and dirty, and the toxicity level is so high.
Yeah.
And there are some lakes you can go in, but there's swimmers' itch. There's nasties in it. People pollute here.
They pollute everywhere. It sucks. There's a lot of other pictures. Not that great. The problem with me going to all these nice places is I'm just so relaxed and enjoying the moment that I don't really think about taking pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, oh, I forgot to take pictures. And so I start taking pictures, but then I just, it's not something I've been focusing on. And then there's the Grand Canyon. Was really pretty as well. So, I mean, it was it was cold when we went to the Grand Canyon, but just the vastness of it is the great part. And you can hike down into the canyon from the top, and just the it's tiring. That's for sure. If you're going hiking, it's so tiring, but it's definitely worth it to check out the scenery.
Our mountains and rivers aren't too bad yet.
Yeah.
But it's so cold up there.
Yeah. What else?
I'm a tropic baby.
There's a picture of like if you wanted to go and hike down, you know, it tells you how long it takes to go down and back up, the difficulty rating, and what they tell you to bring, some water and some food. So if you go all the way down to Plateau Point, you know, that's almost 12 hours of walking down and back up. And then if you want to go all the way down to the Colorado River, it's overnight stay. It's yeah, I was tired. I mean, this was back when I wasn't in shape, because of ankle injuries and stuff like that. So that 4-hour hike was, because you're going on these trails, you're not going straight down. You're going like this downhill, slightly downward slope, and you just keep going, you know, that way. And so what might be like a couple 100 feet drop, you're actually walking almost a mile, because you're always walking in that, you know, down like that. And man, that's tiring. Plus it's kind of slippery because it's gravelly. It's not really paved. I did see a lot of cool falcons and stuff. I just didn't have the right camera to capture it. Here's a decent picture of it. Oh, and I went fishing on Saturday, or on one pond, and there was a bald eagle I saw. It was like 20 feet above me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was cool. This isn't a bald eagle that you see on the screen. That was just a picture of I think it's a hawk.
That would be a cool picture to have on the wall too. Yeah.
I mean, I just love taking pictures. Here's another one while we're going down the canyon.
And oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. It's the different colors. I mean, I didn't even touch up the photos. I could have done that so there's more of a contrast. I always thought, you know, I could just do post-production on these pictures later in the future, but these are just, it's still pretty. I mean, just the water, and you can see some of it's kind of clearish blue.
Oh, that would be a perfect spot for hang gliding.
Oh, yeah. I had a free hang gliding thing that I never got to use.
I love doing that.
Yeah. And there's some pretty cool spots where I kind of wanted to, if I was in better shape, I would have loved to try climbing, because I used to climb all the time, and I would love to just kind of climb down and climb up these, even though like from this to that is probably like 10 feet. So you'd have to use these little, the two spot to climb up to, you know, have some pressure on and climb up to the top here. I mean, that right there is from say this spot to that is probably 30 feet. So it just looks deceivingly short, but it is actually a big area to climb.
Once I'm up there, I would want to spend the night.
Oh yeah, can you imagine the stars and stuff that you would see?
Yeah.
I'm really hoping for, like, when I'm in Nebraska, is take some time off and drive to these places again, Yellowstone, Grand Canyon, and all this stuff. And really take some good pictures, videos, and nighttime. Try bringing a telescope and taking pictures and whatnot. That would be fun.
I don't think it's really that long a drive from where you're at.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably like a half day's drive at the most.
At the most, yeah.
My kids drove it from out here, and I think they made one stop.
Yeah. and it's just pretty much straight pictures. I mean, straight roads. Here, now that I'm fishing a lot, I'm just thinking, man, I would love to fish this river and see what stuff I can catch. I mean, the water, I'm not sure how clear it is because it's just a lot of, it's not because it's dirty, it's just muddy because of all the
debris
and stuff. But I'm pretty sure it's cleaner than a lot of water that's in the cities, that's for sure.
That looks like it's rushing pretty quick too.
Yeah.
That'd be scary as hell.
And let's see.
That's one thing I have a healthy respect of is rivers. Dear gosh. That in the ocean. I mean, one time I got stuck in an undertow. Oh my God.
I don't know exactly what this is. I think this is one of the tourist spots. And I think we might have gone in there. I just can't remember.
Oh my God. I want to live there. I could so stay there.
Maybe I could zoom it in a little. Yeah, I could zoom it in a little bit. I mean, these are kind of slightly high resolution photos, so zooming in doesn't.
Oh, you guys could come visit me.
I think we might have gone up there. I don't know where that was. Oh, shoot. Grand Canyon was really cool. It was very cold. Oh, we did get up close to there. You can see it closer up. We're getting there.
Oh, first thing I do is tear out whatever's not natural. Restore it to its natural.
Thanks, Rosenfeld. He's liking the gallery. Yeah, I treat. Ooh, this is the inside. I treat a lot of the stuff. I mean, I feel like I'm never gonna probably see these again in my lifetime. I'm hoping I would.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm hoping I would get to see these in another time, but just in case, I just want to take as
my God.
as possible. Yeah, there's a lot of artwork in there.
This is cool. Oh my God. This is cool shit to me.
Yeah. So it was kind of dark. I don't know. My wife looked angry at me right there.
I was going to ask if she was tired.
Maybe. And without a flash.
What's that red up there?
I think it's just the light.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's
tired. Yeah, she looks tired.
And there's quite a lot of people there. Telescopes out, you could see like the windows out. Some of the stairways also had some artwork going. This is just one of the towns. This is looking down from the top.
Duplicate said there are some good astronomy live cams on YouTube these days. I gave up the backyard hobby. That just sounds funny.
I mean, I really wanted to. I would love to just explore not the main parts of the Grand Canyon and take pictures and like particular rocks that like are in odd positions that took millennia to form.
This is definitely awesome hang gliding area.
And this is, I think we're starting to drive out a little bit.
Is that the Snake River?
I don't know. I know some of these, I don't know where I'm actually taking the pictures of.
Oh.
But you can see the river in the top and the background. Oh, and this is a store. And let me see if there's anything else interesting. Oh, then we go down the trail. Oh man, I was so tired. Like we ran out of water. And one thing you had to be careful of while you're going down the trail is so horses go down the trail too, and they'll poop on the trail. So you had to avoid the poop while you're going up and down. And this is where we were. This is the Grand Canyon Village. And like I said, you know, you had to go left, right, left, right, left, right, just to go down the hill, the steep hill. You can't just go straight down. And so so this is like the 3 mile rest out, 1.5 mile rest house, 3 mile rest house. And then if you keep going, you have to go stop at the campground. And there's a lot of different trails. I think we went down to the 3 mile rest house and we were exhausted. And then we went up. It was so tiring. Usually I don't like to be tired in a vacation, but
well, if you ran out of water too, you were probably dehydrated.
Yeah. So the rest of the thing, I guess I'll keep going, is we're going down the trail and you could see some of the trail still where people are walking. Our cool thing is like there are certain tunnels that we would walk through. It was kind of cool. And you could kind of see like some of the tunnels. You can see people walking. Trails are definitely, you don't want to fall off. You fall off, you're gonna hurt yourself. There's no handrails, hand guards. You slip and you fall, you're falling. So at least there are some bushes that'll kind of slow down your fall. And,
yeah, but that's not gonna feel good either.
Yeah, but it's a pretty trail to walk on or walk down. I'm going kind of fast. A lot of it was stopping and taking pictures. Cool little caves within. I don't know if there's no animal that could probably get in there except for probably some birds or maybe some bats. And we did see a lot of squirrels.
Zox is asking, do people ride bikes on that trail or is that off limits? And how many people die falling off each year?
I didn't see any bikes. I doubt that they're allowed. No one died while we were there or fell off. I was actually more worried that, you know, a rock would just a big boulder would fall on you.
Yeah.
Because that stuff you can't really.
Oh, they look like people etched into
the rocks?
Like, go to the one before that.
This one?
Yeah.
I guess if you use your imagination, yeah.
What are you saying by that?
I don't see anything. Maybe here I could kind of see maybe a mummy-ish face or something. And more little mini caves where probably small animals probably use as a shelter.
It's okay. We've known each other long enough. You can say, I think you're imagining things.
Oh, heck. We all imagine things. Heck, I do conspiracy theorist stuff. I go down rabbit holes. I imagine quite a bit. I always thought this would be like a fun thing to climb. If I was in better shape, I would probably be able to do so. I'm not sure if you're able to do on these rocks, or you probably have to free climb. They probably wouldn't want you to do anything with the rocks. But I'm probably, who knows? People probably have climbed them. I mean, there's a lot of handholds, footholds that you can do to climb.
Yeah, I can. Those would, back in my day, would have been pretty easy to.
Yeah, I mean, especially that angle right here could be a pretty easy one.
Oh, I miss being younger for this reason.
Yeah, so more caves here going downhill. I mean, when you first think about it, oh, a mile, that's probably going to take, what, 15, 20 minutes? No. Even going downhill took like an hour just to get a mile, and then probably take another hour to get the extra 2 miles in or whatever. And then, the walk back up. I mean, you're already tired when you're all the way down there, but then you have to think, oh, you got to walk back up.
That last look of hers said, okay, if we take too many pictures like this, we're never going to get down to the damn bottom.
Yeah. I wanted to take pictures while we're going down because I knew that I wouldn't have the strength to take pictures while we're going back up. I just wanted to focus all my energies into just walking back up.
You know what I like is the smell of air in rocky areas like that.
Oh yeah, I mean,
it's so earthy.
Yeah, the air is just so clean.
Okay, you don't see the head up there.
What, here?
In the neck, in the one before that.
Oh yeah, that one I took because it looked like a face. The eyes, the nose, the chin. The head.
No, the one with the big rock on top of that.
The one on top? This one?
No, go back one. That one. There's a no. Oh.
That's the same one. I just took a closer picture.
Oh. That looks like a head. That looks like a Native American head.
Yeah. I mean, just think about just how long it took to form all this stuff. It's just mind-blowing. I mean, this
is where the agnostic part of me comes alive.
That precarious little rock right there. See, I was always worried about these little things, those slabs of rocks that are just like precariously hanging. A couple birds.
God, between Snork's thing and all these pictures, I'm so relaxed.
I noticed these purple trees. I was so hoping to I'm not sure if we probably got there, but I just thought that was kind of cool. Okay, call me J.J. Abrams with the sunspots. Solar flares.
Wow, Zoc said I was in athletic shape after the military and had enormous stamina. I walked up Mount Marcy in New York, half through snow to the top and back down in like 3 hours. Nice. 5,000 feet. Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I mean, hills are killers for a lot of people. I was kind of lucky that grew up mostly in Seattle where there's just a lot of hills.
Oh, that looks like a dad kissing his little daughter.
What?
The one before that, the red rock.
This one?
No. It was the one before that.
Oh, this one?
No. Shoot. Yeah, see? The dad kissing that little...
I don't know what you're looking at. You know, if you're ever smoking weed and looking at clouds...
Oh, God. I'm not going to be around anybody that...
I won't be able to keep up.
All the philosophical secrets of the whole universe come out of my mouth when I'm stoned.
I thought this tree looked cool because it just looks like it was.
Oh, yeah.
Up, but then there's still a lot of stuff growing on it.
What were those called? Sylphs? They were like trees that talked.
I don't know. There's still some cactus type plants there. Look at that, the coloration. It's blackish, grayish. orangish, slightly reddish. I mean, I just thought that was interesting. I wonder what that is. Or what counts for the black and the white in there.
Wasn't that Snork? Wasn't that didn't that have a lot to do with the ice age? The ice ages.
There's been quite a bit of some kind of movement there because that is rolled over 90 degrees.
So that was the place where we started from. Doesn't look that high up, but it was high up. Oh, because I was zoomed in. This is when I'm not zoomed in. No, wait, this is when I'm not zoomed in. Or I just keep taking pictures every time we go further. Birds. More odds. Rocks. Little stop at point. We took a lot of rest. I always thought that was a good picture of the squirrel. I like how it just kind of blends in pretty good. Uh-oh, look at that, chemtrails. I'm just kidding. It's like someone just, it's just odd how that just, there's that indentation. There's another rest stop. I think we actually stopped there for a while. I was like, oh yes, I can't wait till we go and stop there. I was so tired. So see, we made it to the 3 Mile House. We're happy. And then we went all the way back up. Like I said, I didn't stop to take that many more pictures while we're going up. I was all focused on just walking up. And, you know, I just kept taking pictures as the sun was setting. But as the sun was setting, it was just so cold and windy that I think we might have just left because it's like, I can't help this. I just need to warm up. And what I love about the sunset, maybe even the sunrise, is just look how the light just kind of goes across the canyon.
That's beautiful.
And the shadows. That was cool.
Oh, go back. I want to see that. That was cute.
Yeah, it was getting cold. You can see everyone's wearing hoodies. And there's one of the sunset pictures.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah. And as it's going down, like it's hitting certain spots. Like some of it looks dark, but you know, there's still some sunlight rays. And you get that really cool bluish tinge while the sun's setting over the canyon. That's what I was trying to take, and then you could see just all the clouds.
Man.
Yeah, that was the color I was looking for. See how it's so blue?
I could just easily pitch a tent there and stay there.
Oh yeah, it was pretty. And just taking as much pictures as I can. Hopefully some of them come out good. Like this one, you could see there's more of that greenish, not just a blue tint. Okay,
that's it. You guys might not see me for about a couple weeks in the summer. I'm gonna pack up my stuff and go somewhere.
And that was one of her friends that we stopped to visit in somewhere in Arizona. I forgot where. It could have been Phoenix. Anyways, so that was the Grand Canyon. I think that's all the pictures I'll show tonight.
I have some Grand Canyon pictures.
Yes. All right.
Let me bring it up.
I love watching pictures of places.
Mine are different views than yours.
Yeah.
This is did it share right? Are you seeing it?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
This is going over it.
Yeah. I look like a
See
small.
it out there in the galley.
This is up toward Utah. So I'm not sure what they call this part of it. But I just snapped some photos as I went over it.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
right at the beginning of it.
I didn't think of taking pictures when I was on a plane.
This is Monument Valley.
Wow.
How I knew where I was, got my coordinates where I was. Trying to take a picture of here.
Oh.
So I was trying to guess when to take the photograph and time it for that photograph. That's it for my photographs of the Grand Canyon.
Still pretty good. I kind of wanted to do a voiceover of just talking about stuff, just kind of like how, you might hear Matthew McConaughey just talk about surreal stuff. Because on a flight back from Nebraska, I would capture I would just film outside the plane, and you could just see just all the different cities and stuff, plots of land, squares, and especially with snow covered and everything. No big landmarks, but just it's kind of cool just to see things when you're in a different, like in a plane.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't transfer over all the files yet. I'll eventually do that.
I flew over Iceland at night. I felt bad about that. I couldn't take any pictures. I couldn't even tell where. I had a window seat. It was cold.
Yeah.
You could see the temperature outside, and it was cold.
Let's see. It's hard to realize that I took so much pictures. I showed my kid this. Maybe I'll show you guys. Yeah, I guess this is in Maine. Maine was really awesome too. If you guys ever go to Maine, we were in Bar Harbor, and we were also in that big national park in Maine. Do you know what that's called? I forgot what that's called.
Those are the 4 states I have not been in yet.
Acadia National Park. That's where we went to. That was it's very pretty up there. It's not like you want to go swimming in the beach because the water's cold, but the scenery is beautiful. It's breathtaking. So I'll share some photos again. This is in 2014 when my daughter was 2. No. Oh my goodness. 4. 6 months old? What? No, that can't be right. 2014. Why am I not? Almost 1, I think. That's right. Hey, Air Force Max. We're just showing pictures tonight. That's low turnout of people to talk about stuff. I think we're just tired. This is It's not even the end of the week yet, and we're already trying to tune out a little bit. Probably with all the politics and news and whatnot. I think I'll just share a couple. Let's see. Some of these I kind of ordered already, and some I didn't show. So I'll just do the ones that I chose to show. So we were actually in a kind of a lake house. that's where we stayed. My mom visited. We rented a SUV. It was our first trip with our daughter outside of the state. Our dog came along, Spartacus. He liked it. It was my daughter. My mother, my dog, my
How
wife,
adorable.
my kid. I mean, this is when I didn't really start fishing yet, and I would have loved to fish out there now. This is the place we stayed at. We stopped at some of the beaches. I mean, it was cold, but it was cool. We're not really feeding her beer.
Oh, of course not.
But she looked like she's drunk because she would just put it in her mouth and she'd tilt her head back.
That's cute.
And she was crying for something. I don't know what.
I wanted that beer, damn it.
Yeah. So this is the Acadia National Park. It was pretty. They had a little beach area too. And play on the beach. The waves were kind of big. I don't know how kids could swim out in that cold water, but I remember I used to do that too. Daughter had a lot of fun playing on the sand. It's pretty out there. It wasn't that bad. The weather was kind of warm, and there's this little spot. I mean, if you're on the rocks, that the waves would splash really high up, and that was fun. And then you could kind of go up and have a better view of the park. And we stopped at some place to eat, so my daughter could run around the grass. And that was when she started walking a lot. And we went to this big we went to this big old
yummy
park. It's not a park, it's like a festival thing. And there's a huge donut. I mean, that donut, the picture doesn't do it justice. I mean, that was as big as my daughter's head. That's how big that donut was.
Wow.
And then we spent like the last day on another beach. It was more rocky than nothing. My dog loved running around. Anyways, we took a lot more pictures and showed some of it. But yeah, Maine is pretty too. It's definitely worth visiting.
This is cool. I'm watching all this in my OBS.
Are you recording it too?
Oh no, I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, you can probably just record our Zoom session on your OBS and stream it if you wanted to.
Oh wow, I didn't know you had that option.
Yeah.
No, I went, oh yeah, I want to check it out. And it's like, now that I'm understanding how it all fits together, it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know what else. There's just so much. Like I've gone through. I put pictures up where I didn't really label them, and I have to go through them one day. It's just I don't know why that happens. Baseball, basketball. Wow, there's a lot. Fishing. 17. 2011. Oh yeah, it's way back.
Snork's eyes. It looks like he's falling asleep.
Oh, it does. I probably will need to go to bed pretty soon. The new bed is there. I think I'm starting to catch up on some sleep deficit.
That's
good.
I need to do that. I can't believe it's 2 already.
Yeah, I had to sleep on a bed for like 3 or 4 nights. But now that I've got the new, I use bolts on the thing that are 1/2 inch thick. There's no way you should be able to do any damage to that. I've got 4x4s. But I haven't got his part of the bed done yet, so he's still sleeping fine. But just going from a twin size bed to a queen size bed, there's more room for the 2 of us on the bed now.
That's good. Let's see.
And I have to arrange his bunk so that he can't just jump on me in the middle of the night.
Shoot. Hey Ben, how's it going?
Really quiet, can almost not hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, you are muted.
Oh, I already shown all that.
I got a little TV in the background somewhere. Maybe less talking.
Oh.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just thought I'd try and participate if I could.
Yeah.
I just tuned in, so.
Okay. Yeah, we're just kind of going through pictures and stuff like that. Oh man, I showed a lot. I think we're getting tired, but what's been on your mind?
Oh, nothing much. Yeah, pictures. I mean, it's nice if you can take notes of the right things. It doesn't matter what it is. It's always like there's always just it's like shoulda, coulda, woulda. You know, if I would have, like, when it's by itself, it's not much. But then if you have something with other things and notes and things, then it becomes something. You know, so it's kind of like it's kind of like chaos, but there's a way to put that together. I think.
Yeah.
Try to sort that out. That's kind of part of the fun. Trying to make connections and stuff. However you do that. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of like if you whatever you're doing, whatever you're being creative with, potentially, you know, you might be inspired by a lot of people. If you just inspired by one person, you might be like, you know, or if you just take from one source, it's like plagiarism. But if you take from a lot of them and you're inspired by lots of things, and then it's like homage or something, or like or whatever. Then it's like paying homage, and it's like it's kind of like, you know, then that's clever. You know, then you're doing something like, you know what I mean? It's not nobody cares, like, because like Family Guy. I mean, a lot of those shows, it's like, you know, they're just making fun of this and that. They're making fun of this and that movie or TV show or cultural thing. It's like they take the exact pictures and like make a cartoon out of it. Like they take the exact picture of something and then cartoonize it. I mean, there's a lot of creativity too. Like in Futurama, even in Rick and Morty, there's tons of creativity too. But they're borrowing a lot. Seth MacFarlane borrows a lot from all kinds of. He's always doing a lot of references. That's what makes it fun too.
Yeah.
I don't know. So yeah, if you only know how to categorize or the things that you've taken note of are compiled, you know, and then also sort, you know, just know how to weave them together or something and present them the nicest way. I guess there's a value, there's like hidden value in that. A professor once told me, like English professor said, it's really good. Just take notes, take notebooks, and then later those notebooks will be a great asset when you're trying to write a story or something. You run into like a place where you can't think of something, just go back to your notebooks, and like that's such a valuable piece of, like, that was probably 8 or 9 years ago I heard that. If I only would have started back then, geez, I got nothing. You got scraps but you know, that's nothing. It's like in notebooks, at least it would have been somewhat chronological.
Yeah, I used to I wish I would have done that a lot too. And especially my wife got me a dream journal because I used to have a lot of dreams, and it would give me a lot of ideas just for creativity because a lot of people don't like the dreams, but I like to piece them together into like a world, a story, like a fictional story. And imagination by itself can't take you that far. Sometimes just things that go in your head when you're not thinking about anything just formulates. And I just wish I would have paid more attention and took notes.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because it's easy to get. I don't know. Sometimes you can get like a big idea that would take hours or days or weeks or months to actually hammer out into something, but if you write but it can start from writing the fun part is the creativity initially, or whatever. Like if you write that down well enough, then at least you have a chance, to turn it into something. I feel like when I listen to or read Philip K. Dick stories, I feel like a lot of those could have been inspired by dreams, Especially they're just so oddball and off the wall and stuff.
You guys there?
Yeah, just finishing up here so I can go to bed.
Okay.
That was weird. It just went quiet.
Yeah. It's like, what did they do? Let me see. I feel like, I had like a lot of videos. I just can't seem to find them. Or maybe I just realized I didn't take as many videos as I thought I did. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just cycling through.
That's okay.
Let's see. That. What is this? What, 2010?
I know we can start singing "We All Live in a Submarine" with that sound.
Oh, I've never been on a submarine.
It kind of sounds like that inside. And then the ears. I remember the pressure on my ears.
Hold on. Give me a second.
Oh, well, I guess I better give up and go to bed. Good night.
If you need to go, Ebon, I understand.
Good night. Sure.
Yeah, it's getting there. I should get some rest. I don't know why. Oh yeah, I was just the Admiral Yi stuff. I was just kind of going over and I was like, yeah, I didn't notice that. And then
I thought it was a joke. I just saw some kind of like cartoon thing.
Oh yeah, definitely give it a look. You might like it, Ben.
Okay, yeah. If it isn't a joke, then I probably would like it.
But you thought it was a joke?
I didn't know. I just like tuned in for a second, and there was like some cartoon or something.
Oh,
I was like, this must be, maybe it's just sarcastic or.
No. You'll be amazed. You might like it. It was during the Confucius period too.
I wish our history lessons were like that.
Yeah, they make it dry. I wonder if it's like a conspiracy theory. They make it dry and boring just so we don't want to keep looking into it.
Yeah, because we had those damn textbooks that told only half of truth and sometimes flat out lies.
And it's always the boring parts. Like, who wants to go investigate that? It's not exciting.
There's just always more. There's just always more about history. It's like you find this out, but then there's something deeper, some like further like nook or crevice or like intricacy or like something, just something within that period, in between that period, some other little forgotten territory or kingdom or something, and like language, all this stuff.
Yeah.
Just always more. There's like more to look into, like getting like zooming in closer to like the cell or something. Like it's just like you see one picture, then there's like you could zoom in even further and see, or like kind of see more, do more research into that, and just keeps going. It's like I don't think there's any way to like really cover it. I don't think anybody really knows all of it. Any human.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's why I like a lot of people on, because when we're talking about certain aspects, I could give my perspective, how much I know, but sometimes someone might know a lot more, or maybe they just know a little, but it's just something little that I didn't ever know about, type of thing, And the same thing when we're interviewing people, when we're talking about policies and more history of certain policies, and the politician or candidate who's running may not know as much, and we're like, hey, you're running, why how could you not know? So at least we'll tell them. So
yeah, mainstream candidates don't know stuff. Like Trump didn't know Puerto Rico.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to cut it short because I am getting tired because I'm yawning.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
But
Good night.
We'll definitely have more nights. So
Okay.
good night, everybody. Good night, Ben. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining, Amanda. Everybody on the chat.
Thank you for having us.
Oops.